Salutations, utopians. Hope all is well in your world. So much stuff happened today in pro sports. Crochet, no hitter. WNBA had 2 games. Nafisa Collier and the Minnesota Lynx versus Angel Reese and the Chicago Sky. Sky getting their first above 500 victory. Nafisa Collier moved to 5th all time in Minnesota Lynx history in scoring. Aces got a W. It was a hard-fought battle against the Valkyries. For the first time, the Valkyries looked like a team that was kind of like playing at a 500 level without a star, but still very choppy play. But let's get to this Summer League action. The first pick versus the number 2 pick, Cooper Flagg, game number 2 for him. Dylan Harper from Rutgers making his season debut, Summer League season debut, and it was nothing short of amazing from both of them. First of all, a lot of people hit the panic button. Cooper settled down, finished with 31. Nembhard struggled, but Coop showed, he showed again those flashes and those moments. Now don't get me wrong, I'm fully aware, San Antonio kind of called off the dogs by the time Cooper started to heat up. So guys like Carter Bryant eased off him, wasn't on the court as much, but you still want to see him make shots he's supposed to make and create plays like a number 1 overall pick should. He definitely did that. He's mentally strong. I really enjoyed seeing that from him. While we're on the topic, though, this entire video for me is just dedicated to Dylan Harper. I just had his stats pulled up. Sorry. This guy just 17 minutes, 16 points. 17 minutes, 16 points, 6 rebounds, 2 assists, 2 steals, 1 block in 17 minutes, mind you. There was people calling him Cade Cunningham before the game. I'm watching the game and I'm like, are the Spurs really over here repeating history? Because this guy looked like Manu Ginobili out there. The patience, the spacing, the concept and understanding of spacing, the athleticism yet ability to play with gears, the craftiness with his left hand, understanding when to pass, and then you could tell stats don't mean anything to this guy. He possesses that Jokic, Tim Duncan trait, that Ginobili trait, where he could go for 50, but he just chooses to get his 25 and let everyone else have an opportunity. And I was just really floored by his patience. He just his temperament, which is the first thing I always look for when I'm watching a player. What is their temperament like? What is their reaction to what's going on out there? Several times he was looked off. He wasn't even upset. He wasn't even showing much emotion. You could tell he knew he should have got it here or there. He did a lot of standing in the corner for a guy. Mind you, I'm saying this while he had 16 points in 17 minutes. But just the lack of ego, the absence of ego, and just how easygoing he was and how effortless it looked while he was out there. I was just like, man, this guy is better than advertised. And I know what happened at Rutgers. They failed miserably. That season went to the dumps, and probably one of the most disappointing teams in history in college basketball. But this guy truly has a heart of a champion, and that next to Wemby and this is the other thing I wanted to change my position on, my stance. De'Aaron Fox, for the first time, I see the use of him coming to San Antonio, and that's to groom and mentor the next wave. Stephon Castle, Dylan Harper. Now it makes sense that you can help these guys make their transition effortless. Because when those games, on any given night, they can go for 20 in their sleep. But it's those high pressure, intense playoff atmospheres, especially in the West, being the superior conference, and knowing how stacked they are. OKC, LA, Houston, having a guy who's been there, who's performed, who's dropped numbers in a big way, historically, even if it was in less pressure packed situations in Sacramento. He played in Kentucky, so he knows big time basketball. That that is just priceless when you're discussing trying to groom and bring along these future all-star, perennial all-star backcourt in Stephon Castle and Dylan Harper. So, I mean, they're on to something extremely special. Mind you, they're not on a rush timeline. As you all know, I still think San Antonio is about a year or two away, maybe 2 years max, before they're really able to lock in and go into championship or bust mode. And so, witnessing what I seen today from him, this is clear though that this guy is a building block and a foundational piece. And let me even take it a step further. The Spurs might even get the triple crown in terms of having 3 Rookie of the Year players back to back to back. He really seems like the guy who could get the Rookie of the Year award for the Spurs. I'm just saying, be on the watch out. That's how dynamic he is. And mind you, I guess he gets that from his dad, who was the point guard on the Chicago Bulls with that Dynasty Bulls team, Michael Jordan, Pippen. His dad on draft night didn't even walk the stage with his mom and his other sons that were there to do the interview with Dylan Harper. He's like, I'm gonna stay in the crowd. That, mind you, Castle's dad went to Wake Forest the same time Tim Duncan was there. So these are kids who grew up and are groomed into knowing how a pro is supposed to be. This is a very dangerous team that is being developed here in San Antonio. I'm so excited for these guys. It's going to be amazing to witness the highs and lows, because there will be, but ultimately this is brewing a championship dynasty. I'll try to do better next time, Utopians. Global out.